Hey guys, Mary Mead. This is Anastasia Autumnfire. I wanted to do a quick video on some enlightenment that has come to me through the chaos of last month and really working on some meditation. One of the major events that caused me a lot of sorrow in the last month was losing a couple friends. And it wasn't necessarily losing the couple of friends because the writing was kind of on the wall already, so I knew it was happening. It's just every time I approached them about it, they said I was crazy or, no, I'm just being paranoid, what have you. But it was how it happened. They had sent me a text message, basically, just saying, hey, we're done, and then spewed a lot of hatred my way and a lot of anger that I think is misguided. I think other things are playing a part, but it's easier to, instead of saying, wow, I'm in a bad position and it's my fault, it's way easier to say it's so-and-so's fault. I've been that person. I know what that is. And I could recognize it pretty easily in these individuals. I didn't respond to it. I didn't, answer back even, okay, I understand. It had no reason to be responded to. They were mean is a way understatement. They were insulting to the core with what they said. And what's worse, they even insulted my 3-year-old daughter. And that was kind of the thing that just made me over it. So it wasn't that I lost them, it was that what they said hurt me so much. And I started to analyze why it hurt me so much, because I really didn't care. I really don't care necessarily about what they think, which is a huge accomplishment for me anyway. I mean, that's ginormous for me, because I care what everyone thinks normally. But I was able to finally say, no, whatever. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. Good luck to you. And not in a sarcastic way, but in a genuine, I wish you the best. Because I do. I don't think feeding negativity or spreading negativity, regardless of how much they may have hurt me with what they said, saying it back at them isn't going to help. It's not going to make me feel any better. It's not going to make them feel any better or make things go away. It's just going to hurt more. What's the point? But the fact that I was able to be like, okay, good on you, good luck, was a huge step for me. But it still bothered me what they said, not so much because that's what they thought, but more, is that what I thought? When I looked at myself, did I see someone who was an opportunist? Did I see selfishness? Did I see a bad mom? And to some degree, yes. I have admitted I am very selfish on some things. I don't think anything that's a detriment to me or to others, though. So that was wrong. An opportunist? No. Not at all. I don't agree with that. I never will. Even though I apparently can't pronounce the word will. I never will. And a bad mom. I would say at times. But they're all things I can get better at. One of those things is blaming myself for everything and saying I'm sorry every time I turn around. The reason this makes me a bad mom is because I've noticed my daughter's picking up on that. I began this compulsion, because that is what it's become, when I was young. It was born of a very dark and traumatic period in my life. Lily has not undergone anything dark and or traumatic. But she sees me flinch every time someone's unhappy. And just immediately, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. So much so that now, if she picks something up and she hears me sigh loudly, like, I could be doing that because I'm tired, my bag is heavy, the cat's in the way, you know, a million different things. But she'll hear my sigh and immediately drop whatever it is and, I'm sorry, Mom, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to pick it up. That's not normal. That's not right. My letting something from my past affect me the way it has is now affecting my child. That's enough of that. I can handle a lot, but I'm not cool with me causing my daughter to be anxious or nervous. And I do see that in her now. And in a way, I'm thankful. Yeah, in a way, I'm thankful that they did bring up specifically my apologizing all the time, because it really made me focus on this, and it really made me look at myself and realize that that was the truth. That they were 100% right. I don't think they were right on why I do it. And no, I know they weren't right on why I do it. But I do think it takes an immense amount of power away from you. Because when you're sympathizing or empathizing with someone, you're saying, dude, you're in a bad spot. I am sorry. That sucks. You have to go through it. I'm relating to you. I'm getting what you're going through and letting you know I understand. And just so you know, hey, you've got my support, because, dude, that sucks. But when someone is saying, I'm in a tight spot and it's your fault, and you go, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. They no longer have to work. They no longer have to do anything. They don't have to change. They don't have any form of responsibility on their end because it's your fault. Now, granted, I think there are times when people are in tight spots and it can be your fault. But my point is more, when someone claims something is your fault, please analyze that. Look at that. I never did until this happened. Because I immediately started taking the blame when I got that text and everything was my fault, and they would lash out at other people and, okay, now that was my fault, and they would not have had to have been responsible for anything if it had been up to me, because it was all on me. And then during one of my meditation sessions, I really had to focus on that, and I went, item by item, line by line, what they said, and is that how I see myself? Is that how it is? And no. I could see how they might see that, but that's not what my intent is. That's not where I'm coming from, and I would have been happy to explain that to them, but they never came to me, so nope, not on me. And that's the truth. They took so much power from me and so much energy from me because I allowed it. Because I took ownership of their situation, even though it wasn't my fault. I hope that makes sense. I really felt a need to share that with people. Because I think it happens more times than we maybe let ourselves believe. We let others have control of us one way or another. We're so afraid of losing things at times that we'll use up all our energy to keep fixing things. Karma has a job. Let her do it. We don't need to fix things. If we feel an obligation to someone, figure out why we have that obligation. And if it's genuinely, hey, yeah, this is on me, by all means, take ownership, be responsible, do what's right. But if this is just someone trying to make it easier for them, Part of being a mom is stepping back and letting your child make mistakes. It's an issue my mother had and still has. I know it's an issue I will have. But it is an important lesson. There are so many times I remember just telling my mother, just let me do this, just let me do this. And I remember her saying, but you could fail, but you're probably going to hurt yourself. Yeah, I am. But if I don't do this, I'm not going to learn. People put themselves in bad positions, and unless they can dig themselves out, they don't learn. And if you go around taking their responsibility and taking the ownership and digging people out of their holes, they're not going to figure things out. They're not going to get any further on their path, and you're going to be stunted on your own because you're busy focusing on other people instead of yourself. And that might sound selfish. I don't mean it to. I just mean you have your own life that needs you to be present for it. We can't go around worrying about everyone else while our lives suffer as well. We need to worry about our brothers and sisters. We need to worry about our Mother Earth. We need to worry about so much. If someone has some negativity and drama and issues, we can warn them. We can try to guide them. But ultimately, it's up to them whether they want to see it or not and whether they want to deal with it or not. And sooner or later, they're going to hit that floor, they're going to hit rock bottom, and they're going to realize, I'm in the weeds, and I need help, or I'm going to do this on my own. We can help, but we can't take ownership. Also, destruction is devastating. Loss is horrifying. Pain sucks. I mean, just flat out. I hate being hurt. I hate being upset. I hate feeling frustrated and irked and just, yeah, you know, it sucks. But there's so much positivity that can come from those emotions if we embrace destruction while it happens, and we go, okay, this is what's happening, and I can deal with this, and we process through it, and we get to that other end. So many new opportunities are there. We just need to look for it. We just need to be open to it. And I think if we let go a little bit of that control, if we let go of that needing to please everyone and needing to make sure everything's okay, we'll find that. Someone once told me we can't control how other people's emotions work. I can tell you one thing, and how you choose to react to it, that's on you. I can't control that. I may try to. I may try to fix it. I may try to do whatever. But we are in charge of our own emotions and how they affect us and how we use them. I can be upset by something, but I don't need to lash out at you about it. And if I chose to lash out at someone about it, that's on me. That's not on them. I feel really positive right now about things that I'm noticing, things that I'm realizing. I'm coming out of that destruction spiral. And it's a good thing. And I just really wanted to share that in case anyone else has had times like this or are going to go through times like this. Just hang in there. Process it properly. Be healthy about it. Meditate, meditate, meditate. You'll find your answers. Blessed be.